See, I don't have any greeting or whatever. I just sort of say hi.
Yes, just put you in a necklace. Girl, you look beautiful tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is another, I don't want to say episode because like it's not an episode.
Right. Series.
Another installation
Wow, amazing.
of my series, How to Be Single.
I'm excited.
So today, last time I spoke about how to be single when you want to go on a date. So if you haven't watched that one, make sure you go and check it out. Today we're going to be talking about how to be single when you're waiting.
Yeah.
And basically I wanted to talk about this because oftentimes I guess you can kind of feel like, oh, like I'm waiting for the one. I'm just going to sit here and wait, you know, count down my days.
Yes.
Still single. What time is it? Still single. It's okay because I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting. And no, that is not what it's about. I feel like being single is just, it's not about waiting for that person to come into your life. It is like this much.
Yeah.
You know? But there's so many things that being single is about, and that's why like I made this series, because we want to sort of explore those. And the topic we're going to be talking about today with the lovely Gladys, aka Miss Africa Pet 2018. Yes, she's going to be talking about how to be single when you're waiting. And how do you do that? You do what the heck God called you to do in your lifetime while you're single.
That's it.
I brought her along because she is one of the many people in my life that is really doing something and being a part of community and really chasing God and just sharing so much light and positivity. And I believe she's an example of what to do when you're single, when you're just chilling, waiting, you don't got no man, you're taking yourself out on dates or whatever. Would you like to just tell us about sort of what do you do? How are you active in your community?
The number one thing I would say, have a purpose.
Yes.
This is the best way to be single. Like, don't just look at it like, I got no one in my DMs, nobody loves me, like no one's commenting on me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What is in my DMs?
you know what I'm saying? You have moments like that where you look and you're like, all my friends talking about how Brian's messaging her and whatnot, but me, I have no one. When you have a purpose, you're like, okay, I'm not just gonna wait for somebody to message me. Like, there's stuff I can do in my life. I need to figure out, what do I love doing? You know? And so now I've just really become so involved in the community because I'm like, you know, this life I'm living is a life of purpose. And you know, that's it. Living a life of purpose. So literally figure out what your passions are and then like follow through with them in the community. So for me, I just love talking to people. I love conversation. I love getting to know others.
Very good
just,
at it.
I enjoy it, and I realize like I thrive from talking to other people, learning from people's situations. So I really enjoy doing that. That's where Temples came from, like just having conversations with people about issues that are going on in the community. And even that prompted me to join Miss Africa, which put me deeper in the community than before.
So, because you're doing stuff, you know, you're not just waiting or whatever, how often do you kind of think, damn, I'm single?
Yeah, there have been moments where it's been like all the time, and I'm just like, God, like, you hear me? Like, is there someone there for me, you know? And sometimes when you think about it so much, you can get depressed, to be honest. Like, let's be real here. How many times have you thought to yourself, like, surely there's one person, someone gonna stay around for long enough, you know what I mean? But you just have to kind of teach yourself that it's okay, everything happens for a reason, and what I mean right now is just a season. It's gonna pass. And you know, the way I think about it, when you're gonna be married to someone, this is my aim. I aim to be married forever, you know? So my singleness is literally this short compared to forever, compared to eternity, you know what I mean? So it's like, this is just a little bit of time that I have to myself. What am I doing with it? Because come the time that I'm married, I don't want to look back at my husband and be like, I wish I went scuba diving, but you said no. I wish I went, you know, like all these things. But it's like, I had time to myself, you know? Did I use it wisely?
And with the busyness of what you do, how do you find time to actually make time for God, your friends? Like, when we're single, I feel like it's, what is it? It's preparation. Sorry, I'm like losing all my words. It's preparation for when you have that extra person in your life. So while we're here, we need to learn how to make time for our plan, our purpose, make time for God, make time for our friends, our family, so that when that person comes, we're not like, oh my gosh, like you're spending so much time with that person that you don't see your family anymore, you don't see your friends. So right now I feel like it's preparation for us to juggle all those things. And how do we learn how to juggle those things if we're just waiting?
It's true.
We're just waiting. So how do you actively make time for all the different things that you do in your life?
Oh my gosh, get a journal. Like,
yes,
this is like the best place to start, because I'm like a huge thinker. So when I'm excited about things or I have so much going on, it's all happening in my brain, and then I can get stressed because I'm like, tomorrow I'm gonna be here, today I'm gonna be here, gotta make time for family, gotta make time for friends. But when you have a journal, like, you're able to spread out everything. Be like, okay, Wednesday, that's just me time. I'll clear my mind, relax, do whatever I need to do. Tuesday, see my friends. Wednesday, spend time with my family, like things like that.
So for my girls who aren't quite sure like what their purpose is yet, they're kind of like, you know, starting to get closer to God and everything, but they still don't know like what is my thing, what's my purpose. How did Temples come about? How did that sort of start?
Right, this is a great story. So,
and also explain what Temples is, because I'm gonna be like, what?
Who Temples? Okay, so basically, when I was 18, I fell in love, y'all. This is talking about singleness, you know what I mean?
Okay.
My first love, and like, I was literally, you know what I'm saying? I was literally like head over heels, and then that relationship ended, and I was heartbroken. Like, and I'd never experienced heartbreak before. Like, I've had crushes on people before, and they didn't love me back. I was used to that, you know? I was fine with that. But when someone does love me back, I was shook. Heartbreak for me that time was hard, because I was like, number one, I wasn't even expecting you to like me back. Number two, you like me back now, it's finished. I was like, how do you bring a man into my life and then snatch him like that? You know, I was like, that's not fair. So
God's just like,
honestly, just
bye.
I remember crying to God, and I was like, what am I supposed to do now? And God literally told me, you need to discover like yourself. And I was like, to me, I was like, what do you mean discover myself? Like, I know who I am. I know what I love doing.
Yeah, like, I'm out of high school. That's, you know what discovering
Legit, like, what more do I need? But then I realized I actually didn't know myself. Like, if someone had asked me to describe yourself, I probably would have been like, my name's Gladys. You know what I mean?
Yourself, my name.
Yeah, like, but there's more to it. And like, in that season, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna be intentional about my self-discovery journey, you know, and really figure out what makes me mad, what makes me happy, you know, what are my goals in life, what is my purpose. And then the very next day, I was just laying on my bed, and God was like, you know, open your Bible. So I opened it, and I was like, well, this cute Holy Spirit, you know, do what you want to do. And I opened up, you know, to First Chronicles, and it was talking about how David, you know, was designing the temple of God, and how it was overlaid with gold, and it was so beautiful and detailed. And I was like, God, this is so nice, you know, like, I was studying architecture, so I was like, I can design this building, there's so much detail in it. And God was like, it's not about that, like, I'm trying to tell you who you are. And I was like, what? And that was the first time I ever had like a sense of self-worth. You know, first time in my whole entire life, like, that was the first time. And I was like, temples. So I remember I wrote out like this whole passage about how I would share with other women, you know, who you are, like, it was like titled Temples, it's who you are, you know, all this stuff. And then I was like, I need to share this with somebody. Like, how many other people have gone through heartbreak, and like, they're going through the same thing I'm going through. And so I sat on it for a few months, and I told my sister-in-law, and she's like, I've got a word too to share. Like, we can do like an event thing. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
Wow.
And that's where Temples came from.
And I feel like also your purpose can come from you actually asking. You actually being, wait, who am I? And if you don't believe in God, just journal to yourself, write down like, who am I? What do I like? What do I not like? You know? And if you do believe in God, cry out to him, shout out, say hello, I don't know who I am. Okay, from what I remember, I was in church, and the pastor was talking about waiting on the Lord. And you know, all the years before I sort of went to that sermon, I thought waiting on the Lord was like waiting, like being patient, like waiting for God to tell you something, show you something, like that, like you just wait. And I heard that waiting on the Lord, the actual word that was used was a Greek word, and translated to English it means waiting. But the actual word meant clinging onto the Lord, wrapping yourself around the Word of God, continually going to the Word of God. That's what waiting on the Lord meant, you know, in the Greek definition. And ever since I heard that, I've sort of changed how I see waiting. So for me, I don't see waiting as like chilling. Now I see it more as doing something to get you to where you're trying to go. And I definitely believe that working on your plan, on your purpose, is how you should wait in your singleness in order to help you get to where you need to go. You get what I mean? Because imagine like you only get it when you're literally like, your man is here, and you just click like, oh wait, and then it's like now you've got to entertain this man, you know, he's got needs, he wants you to hang out, you know what I'm saying? You know, all that stuff, you know, he wants you to watch his basketball games, and then you start thinking, oh, I actually have this plan, but then you've got this person in your life now, and you need to now scramble and try to like figure out how to organize your life and start learning how to know yourself and all this. So I feel like that's only one thing, one example of what you can do while you're waiting for this dude to just show up in your life. Waiting, but not waiting. And now my challenge to you guys is, after watching this, just get a pen, paper, pencil, paper, whatever you want, iPad, notes page, tablet, Samsung people, what's up, Google. Just write down some things that you like, some things that you like, some things that you don't like. Then start to think of what breaks your heart, because mostly what breaks people's heart is what their purpose is, and their purpose is to fix that thing or to help with that thing. For you, what broke your heart were girls who didn't know their worth, girls that went through situations alone, not knowing that they actually had sisters who would love to help them and encourage them and help speak life into them. So that's what broke your heart.
There's all these different things that we can do while we're still waiting. Let your man come find you busy. You know what I mean?
You're doing your thing over here. He's doing his thing over there. You're both doing your thing. Wow! And then you start doing your thing together.
Right? That's it. And he's like, I love the way you do your thing. And like, I love the way you do your thing. And let's do this thing. Finish.
Cut. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you comment any suggestions on what you would like me to talk about next, if you'd like to see Gladys again. And make sure you check out Temple Talk on Facebook. I will leave all her links and everything. I'll put them on the screen or in the link description box thingy. But yeah, make sure you check her out. She is amazing. Miss Africa 2018, yeah. I am so proud of her. Like,
oh, girl,
I really am. she's just amazing. Like, look at her. What you mean?
PK the baddest, help your words disappear. Magic. These other girls think they're me. Tragic. When my name pops in your head, static. Don't ever think you can play me. Got by my side, I'm attached like a baby. Stay together like a bunch, Brady. You'll never see me under trees being shady. I'm kind, I'm smart, I'm a lady.